Medal of Honor Airborne feels like the 117th installment in EA's franchise, which pioneered the World War II shooter alongside of Activision's popular Call of Duty franchise. It's a little late to the World War II shooter scene, however, as it was released in 2007, which happens to be the same year as Call of Duty 4 hit the market and popularized modern warfare, when most people were sick of the World War II setting. That being said, Airborne is by no means a bad game. In fact, it's far from it. It's a great game. It even adds a few refreshing ideas to such a tired genre.
Will deploy your chute automatically. The chute is designed to drop you straight down. If you're headed for a bind, you can manipulate the risers and steer away from obstacles.
First thing you'll notice when playing this game is the great lighting, the superb voice acting, and Medal of Honor's signature music. It does have that Medal of Honor feeling to it that you could find in previous games, like Allied Assault or Frontline. In Medal of Honor Airborne, you play as a bloke named Boyd Travers, who is a paratrooper in the US 82nd Airborne Division. This means that at the start of every mission, after you choose your weapons and view your briefing, you get to parachute into your mission and decide where you land. This lets you approach your objectives from any direction you can, and the brilliant multi-path level design really encourages this. It makes it much more fun to try out different tactics and approaches to different situations, and it's great pulling off a successful flank on a group of Nazis. The fact that this game has a nice open approach means that the AI need to keep up with the action. Thankfully, both the enemy and friendly AI act well and realistically for the most part. They feel dynamic and react well to different situations. Every now and then they do some weird things like face walls or ignore enemies, but for the most part they're pretty impressive. I liked how teammate AI guided, helped and followed you around the map. It made you feel like a battalion instead of a one-man army. The gunplay itself, apart from the cover system, isn't anything you haven't seen before. It has all the standard shooter elements such as aiming down sights, sprinting, and hip firing. Interestingly, you can't actually move while aiming down sights. Pressing W, A, S, or D will just make your character lean in that direction. It takes a while to get used to, but once you do, you'll find that it's fun peeking in and out of cover and around corners to take out enemies. The gunplay overall feels responsive and works well, and it's nice how it rewards you with upgrades for each different gun. The game has a really outstanding presentation. The lighting, music, sound effects, voices, and level design are all extremely well done, and it's still impressive to see 5 years later. That being said, a lot of the environments feel very static. A lot of the time you can't shoot out the lights and small objects don't move when they're shot, but the game makes up for it with great dramatic lighting. And I wouldn't normally complain about this for a game that's had such a realistic atmosphere, but the violence seems a little toned down and takes you out of the moment a bit. The ragdoll is also pretty nuts at times, and I'm still having nightmares about this one. Anyways, if you're sick of World War II shooters, then chances are Medal of Honor Airborne won't tide you over. But if you aren't, then Airborne is one of the best in the genre. It doesn't do too much new, and it still doesn't spell honor correctly, but it's a refreshing change to the tired old World War II shooter. Medal of Honor Airborne was released on the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3 and the PC. I reviewed it on the PC, and I got it in the excellent Medal of Honor 10th Anniversary pack.